I'm examining the passage from up to down. I look at the range of the passage, from the small dance of standing to the linked falls of walking, to large swoops and dives from high points on other bodies. The act of falling has come to include an ability to adapt to the variables of distance, position, and direction, and to intuit which part of my body will take the first moment of impact. The first part that touches the ground I can use as a lever. By extending to that part, I can unify limbs and torso to prepare a sequence which will smoothly transmit my weight and accumulated momentum into the floor. Within the brief freedom of the fall, my body can convert a sudden accident into a controlled descent. The result of so many changes in spatial and kinesthetic orientation in a short time has caused me to understand space as spherical. The sphere is an accumulated image gathered from several senses, vision being one. As if quickly looking in all directions gives me an image of what it might be like to have a visual surface all over my body instead of skin. But skin is the best source for the image because it works in all directions at once. If we could turn the skin off, we would appreciate it much more. But the skin works most of the time on automatic pilot. The conscious mind is alerted if unusual stimulation appears on the surface of the body. But I don't notice the touch of my clothes or my weight in a chair most of the time. In contact improvisation, however, I find I am hanging by my skin and relying on its information to protect me, to warn me, to feed back to me the data to which I am responding. We are looking at material from 1972, training for the first performance of contact improvisation at the John Weber Gallery. It was a hot, muggy New York City day, but everybody seemed game. What can be learned by catching a hurtling body? The importance of timing, that there is such a thing as correct preparation, that understanding the technique with the mind is different than understanding it with the body, that momentum can be extended and used once the initial impact is absorbed or deflected, that the seemingly impossible juxtaposition of a small woman catching a large man has possibilities, most of them leading to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he came up the side and I went on this passion and I was funny.
But that is reasonable. Trying to stop or hold too much weight is dangerous. The idea is to discover what is simplest to do. In a state of trust of the body and the earth, we believed we could learn to handle the forces involved in the physical interactions between two people who permit each other the freedom to improvise. The first instant of any fall is crucial. At that point, a role may be prepared, but if the preparation isn't made at the first moment, falling takes place without guidance from the faller. What can a body do to be safe? Commitment to something which isn't happening is a barrier between me and my body's circumstance. Memory of past judgments tells me that prejudging is not secure. And memory can't function consciously because, at these speeds, I can't think my way to safety. If thinking is too slow, is an open state of mind useful? Seems to be. I remember deciding to learn falling skills. These have become muscle memories. I figured my chances of survival were greater with these skills than without, an assessment of things to come. In this way, prejudgment and memory do play a part in what is happening now. Adults and children fall at the same velocity, although adults are more liable to injure themselves because their mass is greater in proportion to structural strength. It's possible to develop responses to deal with this safely. Slides, rolls, or full surface landings, which spread the impact of landing over as much of the muscle area as possible, are useful in contact improvisation as they are in the martial arts of Japan. I am concerned with the possibilities of guiding the momentum of the fall away from collision with the floor or partner. A body could endure for decades. I don't want to injure joints. On the other hand, shouldn't focus on doom. Can't exclude fear. Efficient falls tend to turn into slides or rolls, transforming vertical momentum into horizontal travel. I may find a last-minute leverage from my partner to enable me to land upon my feet. My fall might be guided so it spirals around the body of my partner. Thus, a fall starting on the downward path can be guided into a circle orbiting my partner, and finally, its momentum used to aid in regaining a high perch. Contractive energy, or tensions, overpower the sensing of subtle movement, and so gravity is masked. Relaxed is almost right, but flaccid is wrong. In exploring the small dance of skeletal alignment while standing, I am sensing subtle falls of parts of the skeleton. One thing is clear. I have little memory, muscular or mental, of what I've danced. The specific movements my body executes when I improvise do not register consciously, and I can't reconstitute them. I feel transparent in the action, causing it only a little, and holding no residuals.